Okay, everybody, good afternoon. This is the Community Redevelopment Agency. It's a regular meeting here in Dania Beach, Florida, Tuesday, March 14th, 2023 at 5:32 p.m. Can we please have a roll call, clerk?
Chair Ryan,
Here?
Vice Chair Llewellyn,
Here.
Board Member Davis,
Here.
Board Member James,
Here.
Board Member Salvino,
Here.
CRA Director Chen, City Attorney Bootsas.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
All right. We don't have any citizen comments, so we'll move right to the administrative report.
Thank you, Chair. And thanks everyone for being here this evening. Just want to bring you up to date on our innovation ecosystem. The CRA incubator actually is going on as we speak. FIU is conducting incubator cohorts pending our ability to move into the space at 25 North Federal Highway. Meanwhile, I understand that the Community Development Department has got a big jump start on reviewing the drawings for the TI and so forth, and I have to recognize and appreciate Eleanor for accelerating that plan review. When we do finally occupy that space, we will hold a formal grand opening, and of course, our commissioners, we would look for y'all to be there and to welcome the public. Dania After Dark, as a follow-up to the discussion last month, the CRA has met with the city to talk about the transfer of the production of the Dania After Dark event and what's entailed. We provided the scope of work to the city manager and her team, just so everybody would know all the odds and ends and nitpicking details that it takes to put that event on as it was. For 117 Phippen Waiters, that was part of a subject, that was one of three parcels that was a subject of an unbuildable lot that is owned by the CRA. Since being asked to continue the research, we actually did so and ran into a constant series of dead ends until literally just last week after the publication of your agenda. We finally found that, in fact, the taxes have not been paid on that property since 2017. And we will explore what it is entailed to file a tax lien and see if we can get the property through foreclosure. So I will keep you up to date as we're able to identify our possibility of actually being able to secure that piece and make an assemblage on Phippen Waiters.
There would be like 6 parcels altogether. We own the other 5, and this one's in the middle.
Yeah.
This is Phippen Waiters Road, just north of Sterling Road. Yeah. Okay.
No.
It's vacant.
Yes,
So
it's a
We
series
have 4
of.
lots, and then there's a lot owned by someone. Yeah.
Also, just to bring you up to date on our Bravo visits, we actually had a real formal Bravo visit, and we were joined by the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance at Mad Advertising. And it was a very interesting conversation. We gave them a tour of the building there. They were really surprised at the amount of technology being in application in that building. And in fact, they came to the observation that there's so much leading edge technology going on in there that they're going to try to get it included on the Tech Gateway map. So that will also give another spot for Dania Beach on the Tech Gateway map. I'd also like to point out that Mark Aptekin, the owner of Mad Studios, is also on the Public Arts Board, and he is a member of our IP to Market Hospitality and Technology Incubator Advisory Board. And he is also a big advocate of arts in Dania Beach. He was recognized by the county mayor at the night of the Ignite event at the Mods Museum. And in fact, there were several venues hosted by Mark at still call it the Gallery of Amazing Things. And in fact, for his attendance on that weekend, he estimated over 10,000 people went through to see his section of the Ignite exhibits for the Broward arts community. The El Cafe Torque Cubano, that opened on January 9th. We have continued in communication with the owner, Jose Lopez, and he's decided he, in fact, would like to welcome you all to a ribbon-cutting ceremony. We will work on that and coordinate a date between yourselves and Maxine and the cafe owner. It's Sugar. That's the newest attraction to Dania Point. Several of you were able to attend their grand opening. It is a store that is absolutely not bashful about being a whole stock load of sugar. Very unusual store with all types of candies, mostly in bulk, also some brand novelty type candies and so forth. And that was a really interesting event. The Memorial Primary Care Center, this is a full-service branch of the Memorial Healthcare System. They treat COVID, CHF, COPD, and diabetes and other types of chronic diseases. They are working to open a new facility here in Dania Beach. We are working with them, and we're also working with Eleanor and her team because they do need some of our surplus parking to accommodate that space. Core Physical Therapy is a state-of-the-art treatment facility focused on health and wellness outcomes. They are one of 9 locations in Broward County, so they are a successful and tried concept. And they specialize in geriatric rehab and pain management. We also had another formal Bravo visit with the casino at Dania Beach, and the Alliance joined us there. They also brought along 2 additional members of their Bravo Council team to meet the casino. Very, very interesting conversation with the general manager, Arnaudo. And he talked about how they're trying to target themselves as a night out between dinner, a show, and some entertainment for those who venture onto the floor that is actually a household affordable night. They are actually continuing with several of their programming, such as Rock the Block. They have a full-time staff of 240 employees, and they're searching for 26 open positions. In addition to the actual casino site, they also own 23, it's a typo. They actually own 33 acres of an additional parcel of property that is proximate to the casino land. And the Shibboleth Kosher Bakery, located in Jackson's Plaza. Shibboleth offers cookies, pastries, and all types of breads and so forth. They are an all-kosher bakery. For the patch, it's taken a while, but we have finally installed and anchored the new shed at the patch. It is now undergoing electrical wiring and air conditioning to make it actually the functional piece that's needed, but there's progress being made. We also have the Patch in a Box program that's ongoing. It's running from January to April, and again, I continue to encourage people to do that. And I've talked with the Patch. We will figure out how to accommodate city employees who would like to participate in that program, and we will provide deliveries here to City Hall on Thursday or Friday so that those people who would like to participate in that program but don't live here close by to come and pick it up on Saturday, we can provide it to you during the week. Also, produce donations. We donated 53 pounds of produce to the United House of Prayer for All People, the Bible Way Missionary Baptist Church, and Saratoga Seniors. The patch is getting more and more volunteers as we continue to emerge into a more normal lifestyle, adapting to COVID. And we have a regular group of 10 volunteers every week. And we had volunteers from Invitation Homes. We had 15 volunteers from Nova Southeastern University on 2 different occasions, and 10 volunteers from the AV Vista Group. They were all excited to get their hands dirty. Opening hours, the patch is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 11 for walk-in sales, and they still have their online sales program. And there are pictures of the patch and the shed at the patch as it sits. That's my admin report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chen. Okay, now we have the consent agenda. It's just we just have the minutes of February 14th, 2023. I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, consent agenda's been passed. Okay, we have no proposals and bids. Let's move to discussion and possible action, resolution number 2023 CRA 005. Please, City Attorney.
A resolution of the Board of Directors of the CRA of the City of Dania Beach providing for findings of fact relating to and amending the updated and amended Community Redevelopment Plan, providing for conflicts, further providing for an effective date.
Chair, we have Neil Strelo with us, who was the project manager for the plan update. I figured he could just kind of bring to a close the follow-up discussion from your workshop last month.
Okay.
Neil?
Thank you, Mr. Chen. Neil Strelo with VHB, 501 East Kennedy Boulevard, Suite 1010, Tampa, Florida. Appreciate being with you this evening and for your selecting VHB on behalf of our colleagues who worked over this past year. Just want to say thank you for providing us this opportunity to work with you in the city and the CRA and your constituents. The plan that was presented last in January to you during your workshop, we went through the goals, objectives, and strategies. At the end of that conversation, you provided direct input, and we took your comments, went back through the plan, massaged the objectives and strategies to ensure that your emphasis was identified. This is your CRA plan is an overarching document, and it would be implemented annually through CRA appropriations or city appropriations for a specific work plan. This is a Florida statute compliant plan, and we thank you for the opportunity to work with you and look forward to you taking action.
Thank you very much, Mr. Strelo. Any questions? No? Can I entertain a motion? All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right.
You want second stuff, Joyce?
Please note it's been passed.
Commissioner Davis?
Item 7.1. All right, now on to item 7.2. Please, City Attorney.
A resolution of the Board of Directors of the CRA for the insertion of a 2-page brand story in the Livability Greater Fort Lauderdale 2023-2024 magazine, sponsored by the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, and a budget amendment for the associated costs, providing for conflicts, further providing for an effective date.
Thank you. And I recognize that by discretionary authority and so forth, that this really didn't need to come to you, but I want to be transparent. I want to make sure that you understand and that we are together on the same page of how we work to the different types of opportunities and options that we have for media to promote the city and the CRA. In this package, there is a 2-page piece that was the 2022 publication. In its 4 months of existence, 4 months of publication, it had already received over 16,000 page views And that does not include the hard copies that I have passed out from my office, as well as the hard copies that have been passed out by the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance. So we are advocating that we would do a 2023 publication as well. It gets published in October.
Okay, Vice Mayor?
Just a quick question. Where is it normally distributed?
It has a big presence online. Livability, the publisher themselves, operates a national website for primary cities across the country. It is also, the Broward County publication is hosted on the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance website. And the Fort Lauderdale Alliance passes a copy out of the Livability magazine to every corporate relocation investor. Anyone they meet with that's interested in coming to Broward County, they get a hard copy.
Thank you.
Okay, can I entertain a motion? Commissioner James is a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, second from Commissioner Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Item 7.2 has been passed. All right, now we'll move on to board member comments. And we will start with Board Member Joyce Davis, if you have any comments.
Board member. I do have something interesting to propose to the board in my comments. If you remember, in 2018, United Way partnered with the Rebuilding Together to do the first community block rebuild in the city of Dania Beach. Out of 31 cities, United Way of Broward County chose Dania Beach. At that time, they did 7 houses. I was part of that. And after that, we have partnered with Rebuilding Together to do over 300 houses and refurbish them in the city of Dania Beach. Recently, I believe we received an email that the City Place is going to be opening here, and we're going to do a ribbon cutting, I believe, on April the 29th, which is in the CRA district. And United Way of Broward County has donated $2 million to that project, and they are going to be recognized for that at the ribbon cutting event at that time. As such, they have specifically reached out to invite us to their Salute to Excellence Mission United event, their annual major event. And it's where United Way Broward County, Mission United in 2013, came together to support U.S. military service members, veterans, and their families. The program provides housing support, employment services, education, legal assistance, and healthy financial stability for veterans in Broward County. To date, they have helped over 20,000 veterans in Broward County. So I am requesting that we either support, because we know that most of the nonprofits come to us and ask for money. This is a nonprofit that has come and given us over $2 million to see if we would be interested in having a table and bringing some of our veterans to the event. So I'm just trying to get something.
Oh, thank you. Is that something in your budget that, I mean, because if it's in his budget, we don't really have to?
It was not contemplated in our 2023 budget, but this is something that needs to be done. And
Can you
with
cover
your
it?
approval, we'll find funding for it.
You can take it
within
out of the
budget.
proceeds of the sale, like we did with the
We
magazine.
can do that. We do have some surplus money.
Okay, so as long as it can be covered, I support it.
We can.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, yes.
When you ask for a table, you ask a table for the veterans or for us to participate in the
Well,
veterans?
it's a table of 10, and it is,
Yeah, they just sent that.
Oh.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I was,
oh, you got one?
yeah.
So, okay, so I believe the table's 3,500, and so it would cover a table of 10 to 12. I have to double check, so it would include all of us in
All
the.
right. Okay, good. And I'll go with
April.
how would you select, I guess, if there was a table of 10 and there's 5 of us that wanted to go, or 6 with the thing, and say 4 of us went, how would you select the other 4 or 5 veterans?
I'll either each one pick one or work with the commanders from the different,
Like American
posts.
Legions from either American Legion post?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and I think it'll be good to bring
Yeah,
them together,
that's
so.
good. Okay, I'll second the
If I
motion.
may, it would also be appropriate to include the city manager in this because the city has had a significant contribution to that project as well.
So it'll be 6 and 6.
I think it's a table of 10.
I think it's a table
So between
of
5
10.
of you,
Five and five.
myself, and
Well,
the
we
city
don't,
manager.
some of us may not make it, so I think
A
that
lot
what you
of
need to do
us
is get a date.
time.
Yeah, just
Get a
the
date,
table
get
10 is
go,
good.
yeah.
And is,
We'll circulate a
April
notice for
29th.
all of you then, so you'll know.
Vice Mayor
I'm off
Llewellyn said
work.
she might not be able to make it. But we're having the ribbon cutting that morning, actually, so, and then in the evening, it would be that cocktail service, so it's, April 29th
I
as
know
well.
I'm pushing it. I know I might be pushing it. Can we get 2 tables so we can have a table full of veterans? Even if I had to take some out of my commission contingency and help support it, I would be willing to do that. I mean, it's $3,500. I don't know, but,
I just want to make sure we
Oh,
could
yeah.
actually
right, that's,
bring.
Oh,
you know,
sorry,
if
that was-
We have enough people in attendance, that's all.
okay.
If we could find enough,
I mean, I know we have CRA staff, that it would be great for them to be able to be a part of it. I know it's for the veterans, but if we are inviting like the city manager and whatever, we also have a few CRA staff that may want to go there. We don't have 1 million of them. It's just, whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah, I'm for it either way.
If you want the second one, we can just bring it up under the city commission agenda to spend
there
the
you go.
I'm
discretionary funds.
fine with it, whatever.
Yeah, exactly, we could bring it up tonight. All right, so the CRA will spend 1 table, I guess. CRA can buy 1 table and the commission can buy the next table.
If necessary.
Perfect,
Yeah.
Noted.
perfect.
Thank you.
I just want to clarify, I made a mistake with the dates. The groundbreaking is March the 29th, and the event for Mission United Way is April 29th. So that was my bad. Thank you, Maxine. The ribbon cutting is March 29th. All right, that's it.
That's it, all right. Board Member James?
Nothing.
Okay. Board Member Salvino?
Hi, yes, thank you. While we're talking about ribbon cuttings and so on, have we ever been to Santos and ribbon cut it for them yet? Whatever, Santos, I don't know how you say it. But we have not done that, because I had dinner there the other night, and I asked him, I said, how come you, he says, we've never got one. So I just thought how did we miss that?
Oh, actually, I see, we actually did talk with them.
Okay.
And at the time that we met with them, they were in a transition opening because they were having real challenges finding service staff.
Okay.
And they actually left it open with us that when they were able to get into full swing operations, they'd come back to us, which they
Okay,
had.
well, he came back to me the other night and asked me when I was in there, so,
We'll go visit and set it up for you.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, Vice Chair?
Nothing for me, thank you.
No, I don't have any comments. But since we're speaking about ribbon cutting ceremonies, I know that a lot of cities, it's customary that you have to sign up with the Chamber of Commerce in order to get a ribbon cutting ceremony. Hollywood does it, and I know for a fact that Hollywood does it. Well, I'm just saying, I think it would be a good idea to visit that if these businesses would like a ribbon cutting ceremony.
I
That they
think-
sign up with our Chamber of Commerce, at least for 1 year.
With the chamber, if the chamber is hosting the ribbon cutting ceremony, then they sign up with the chamber. But some businesses don't want to sign up with the chamber or whatever their reasons are. So as a default, then the CRA was the ones that were holding it. But right now, I'm not sure how it's being facilitated, but that was the rule of thumb.
Okay, okay. All right, that looks like, yeah. Nothing else is left. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.